Hey, this is Dave and welcome to Old Dad Studio. Today is going to be just a little bit of a personal vlog. It probably will be short, sweet, and to the point. Although, when has that ever been true with me? Anyway, today is the conclusion of my hearing aid saga. I have decided that I'm not going to keep the hearing aids. There just wasn't enough benefit for the cost and the trouble of the hearing aids themselves. And so I'm going to be going back today for my follow-up appointment, and I will be returning these. Now, there really were three main reasons why I decided not to keep the hearing aids. First of all, one of the areas that I had the hardest time hearing, or that I needed assistance, is when I'm in a crowd. When there's a lot of background noise and people are talking and we're trying to have a conversation, I really have difficulty hearing people in those situations. But the hearing aids really didn't help at all in those situations. Actually, it made it a little bit worse. And here's how. So if I'm sitting somewhere in a crowded space and I'm facing this direction, so I'm there and my wife is over here, or where you are, and she's talking to me, the hearing aid helps. So if I'm like this and she says my name, I can hear that. And I turn to look, and so now I'm facing, now I'm bumping the table. Now I'm facing my wife, and she has my attention, and I want to have that conversation with her. But the sensitivity of the hearing aids is no longer facing her, it's facing out. And so the noise from the crowd and the conversations around me just gets amplified into my ears, and I even have a harder time hearing my wife, who's now directly in front of me, or the person I'm talking to. I'm using my wife as an example, but that's typically the situation that we're in. So in a crowded space, the hearing aids actually made it worse and not better. Now, the second area that I needed assistance was with the ringing in my ears, or tinnitus, that I have. And they have a muting application that makes like a noise to help counteract the ringing that you have in your ears. Well, it took about 3 days or so, and that became normalized for me. I don't know if that's the right word, but what happened was I could then hear the in my ears along with the normal ringing that I have. So it didn't actually mask anymore the ringing, it just added an additional layer of noise in my ears. And the third and final reason is really around quality. And there were two different issues that I have with the quality of those particular hearing aids. One is just the overall sound quality. Now, when you wear the hearing aids, they have an option to stream sound from your devices. So like my phone, if I am on my phone, it rings, I answered the phone call goes directly to the hearing aid. So I don't have to take out a hearing aid and put the phone to my ear or find my AirPods and use those. It just streams directly to the hearing aid, which is a fantastic option. It really is wonderful. However, the sound quality of the hearing aids is really, really poor. It's not what I was expecting at all, especially for the cost of these hearing aids. I was expecting AirPod or better type quality of sound in my ears, and the sound quality of these hearing aids is nowhere near AirPod quality. And if you're using your device for streaming, if I go on to TikTok or I watch a YouTube or I'm going to listen to music or a podcast, the quality of that sound, I want it to be as good as the AirPods. Otherwise, I'm taking my hearing aids out and I'm putting AirPods in to listen to things, or I'm just taking them out and having to shut it off. And turning on and off your hearing aids so they're not the device that's connected to your phone is not a simple 1 or 2 click process. You have to go into the settings and into the accessibility and into the hearing aid setting, and then you can shut them off from there. But it's not a simple 1, 2, and your hearing aids are shut off. The other technical issue that I have with them is that, or quality, I guess, issue, is that the left hearing aid, whenever I was streaming something, just randomly would stop streaming. The hearing aid functions would still work. I could still hear the sound for muting my tendinitis, or if somebody was talking to me, and I could hear the amplification that it was trying to do. But the streaming portion of it just stopped. And so I would have to take them out, reset them in the holder in their charger, sometimes shut off my phone, restart my phone, do all these things to try to get it reconnected, and then it would reconnect, and then I would be fine for a while. But then again, as I was using them, it would disconnect. So I think there's an actual issue with the left hearing aid, but overall the quality is just not what I was expecting. All right, the hearing aids have been returned. This saga, I guess, comes to an end. We'll see what happens in the next few years, and if my hearing deteriorates or if I decide that I need some additional help, what the next steps are going to be. All right, taking the day off actually worked out nice for me today, because tomorrow and the next day they are predicting that we're going to get somewhere between 8 to a foot of snow between the 2 days. Now, right now, actually, if we look outside, there isn't any snow on our front yard right now. So it's going to be quite the change from that to a foot of snow. However, my snowblower will not start, or didn't start the last time we had a little bit of snow, so I stopped, got some starter fluid to see if I can give it a little bit of a oomph and get that darn thing going so we don't have to shovel and we can just use the snowblower. All right, so we know it runs. I just got to get it going so it'll stay going. All right, so obviously it runs. The issue seems to be that it's not getting gas. I think either I've got a fuel filter that's plugged or a gas line that's plugged, because I can get it started, but it won't stay started, so it's starving of gas. All right, well, I don't have a light out here, so it's really hard to see at the moment. I'm going to have to give up for tonight, but I've got part of the cover of the engine off, and if you can see, oh, you really can't see. So right here is where the carburetor is. That's probably going to need to come off, and then here is the gas line, which one of these two things is plugged. There is gas running through the gas line itself. So it's not the gas line is not plugged, but now I smell like gas because I pulled it off and sprayed it on myself. So I'm going to go change, because we're going to go out to dinner, because it is one of the girls' birthdays today, and the snowblower is going to have to wait either till later tonight or tomorrow morning. All right, so we're home from dinner. It is too late now to work on the snowblower, so I'm going to have to do that tomorrow. And actually, I think I'm going to take the day off tomorrow. I was originally, then I wasn't, and now I think I am. So I think I'll take the day off tomorrow. I'll get that snowblower going so we can have that follow up for tomorrow's vlog. As well as one of the other things I was going to cover today that I didn't get to because of all the other personal stuff. ByteDance released a new video tool, an AI video tool, where they can take a still image and an audio file and create a whole video. And it's It's pretty incredible. I'll save that until tomorrow's vlog as well, so we'll make sure we get that in. But if you haven't seen the footage online already, it's amazing how fast we have come so far with AI. All right, that's going to be it for today, and I will see you tomorrow.